American flag with the federal judge, and next to the American flag was the rebel flag. I mean, they hung it in the thing. So he said, my father was a lawyer, and he goes, you're in federal guidelines, they can't give you any more than 100 months. So I says to him, all right, that's fine. I go to trial, I get done, I lose, and I go like this, you got anything to say before I sentence you? I says, yeah. Fuck you, fuck that flag, and fuck this motherfucker, pointing to the district attorney.
That probably didn't help your case out much.
No, I was over.
No,
it was done.
no.
He was going to sentence me, and he couldn't take me outside my guidelines.
But you know,
when the marshals carried me out of to bring me back.
Keith, what were you saying though, Keith? What were you saying?
So he was about to give you your sentence?
He was going to give me my sentence.
You know, he might have been giving you 8 years, but then you told him to go fuck himself. So
he had federal guidelines. He had to stay within the guidelines.
Yeah, but he could go lower than the guidelines.
Well, I could have.
On the low end. But if you tell the judge, my lawyer had the guidelines all calculated. We were right on.
Joe, before we get started, as Keith has something to say too, but Keith, I was sitting here for the first time because you see what Joe wrote?
Yeah.
On time for the first time probably ever, right, Keith? And my webcam snapped. So the holder for it. That's why I'm like low now and it's a little crooked, but
I was late this time. I was the
I was late. You're right. That I was late there because you know what I mean? Because I like you said, I came on and then Keith came in and he was even like, whoa, Loomis is here. So my point being is, but it's something still fucks up. So, but I guess, you know what, Joe, take some polls, I guess, on my time for every week and get some, good bets going on in there. But welcome to Mind Over Madness, everyone. I'm your host, Loomis, with the other host, the man, Mr. Keith Shibley. Let's bring it in right now. We are today after last week, which was, it was positive, but I was backstage, obviously fumbling and being like pissed because I wanted to be on time. And of course, there's just always something, man. But definitely throwing prayers out to Keith. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, so I hope my buddy's watching. I just sent him the link. I don't know if he's watched before, but yeah, he's laid up right now. He got in a bad accident, vehicle accident, and I'm not going to say his name, but he suffered some of the same issues that we talk about on this show all the time. So he's been doing really good with that, and then now this happens. So just another setback, dude. But dude's always in the fight, man. He's had every reason to give up and hasn't given up yet. So you know who you are. Keep kicking ass. I worked with him in Richmond, dude. This is fucking funny as shit. He was probably the one person that is angrier than I am at life. So they called us the angry car. They put little angry with the bigger angry guy. And I think it was like one of the first times I rode with him, man. And I was trying to save money because we weren't making shit. And my wife made me an egg salad sandwich. Do you like egg salad, Loomis?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So make me an egg salad sandwich. And we're working 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So this is after midnight, maybe 1 o'clock. Starting to slow down a little bit. I open my lunch. He just looks at me with the most fucking evil face. And he goes, you are not eating that fucking smelly ass fucking thing. He goes, get out of the fucking car. And this dude, it was probably like our first or second night ever riding together. He made me get out of the car and eat my fucking egg sandwich because he refused to smell it in the vehicle. But it was funny, man. We had a blast, dude. Can
I say something if he is watching?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes people, I'm not saying that I mean, you obviously believe in them. And, but if people saw me in 2021, 6 rehabs in 1 year because I couldn't get off and I mean, the junk and all that type of stuff, everyone had me out. I was done. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. And then I had that surgery with my leg. And then, of course, that's always an excuse to use and all that type of stuff. And it's just going to be another setback. And I would tell people that too, like as an excuse, like be like, what I could use, you know what I mean? I had a certain no, but the bottom line is, if he's in like agony pain, man, I know that fucking feeling, Keith. You know that feeling, meaning like that constant agony, like where you can't get comfortable. Just get through that. Anyway, you got to get through that in that hospital, man. And prayers are definitely going to you. And I don't even think, though, man, that we should bring up the prayers. Let him get healthy first, and then I'm not going to say what I was going to say. But I mean, I was one though. You said kept trying.
Well, he's done really good one.
So
far, and then this shit happened. So it's just another thing. But the dude's a fucking soldier, dude. He'll fucking battle through it for sure.
Sounds like someone I'd like to meet, though. How you think for that salmon story right there? Like it sounds like someone.
Let me tell you, we worked 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. together, man. And it was like it was like 6:15. It was like just when it was daybreak or whatever. And dispatch called us to go to this place. We call it San Susie. It was a Section 8 apartment complex. There was mostly Hispanic people. And on Saturday mornings, you would get a lot of just drunk people passed out everywhere. So we get a call. We got a call for a man down behind a dumpster. And he gets on the radio all pissed off because we're about to go home. He's like, 10-4, we'll go wake up another drunk. And then he puts the fucking radio down and we drive there. And I get out of the car and I go run. And you can just tell how he's laying like he wasn't drunk. And I was like, Andy, oops.
They said, come on, Keith.
I said, no. I said, not drunk, dude. He was missing his fucking head. He had a shotgun in the mouth blast, but it was a good time, dude. Me and that dude had a fun.
Wait. What did I hear? I didn't follow you at the end there. What did you say? A shotgun blast to his head?
Oh, yeah. He didn't have a head. It was pretty much, he got shot in the face with a shotgun. He wasn't drunk.
Wait. You're like, it's pretty funny. What happened to him?
Oh, he was dead. It was just.
What are you talking, Keith? Could you tell me what you're talking about? What
is
going on?
It was funny because how he answered he was just got on the radio all angry and said, we'll go wake up the drunk. And
I got you.
Then we get there and I was just like, not drunk, buddy. And he was just like, oh, it was funny, dude.
I don't. Now I followed you all the way. Like, you know what though? That's the humor that keeps dope cops alive.
Yeah. But it's like,
you got
9 times out of 10, it would have been a drunk. And it was just that one time that he said it on the radio that everybody heard it, that it was just like, oh, shit.
That's
it was fun. We had a blast, dude.
No, I just heard shotgun to the face. It was funny. And then I'm like, well, I missed something. And then I went back, but it's still funny. I fucking love you, man. Anyway.
But he's, I only talked to pretty much 2 people that I worked down there with. He's one of them. He's a brother to the end, man, for sure. So get better, dude. Hopefully I'll come see you soon.
Yes, get better, my man. Prayers go out to you as well. And just get comfortable. Moving on though, Keith. You know what I've been thinking a lot of? I know today's positive vibes and all that. Last week, I guess, we were talking about fucking Matt taking a shit and how he wipes his ass. But this week, we want to move on to show some. We're going to show some pretty cool videos, man. I even sent him to Keith. Like I was like, dude, check this out. Like, we're gonna pull those up and react to those. But I've been doing a real lot of thinking lately. Like I always say about putting your yourself in someone else's shoes. Growing up, we were always like, hitting the cops. We started out throwing the fucking rocks at cop cars, snowballs, fuck the cops, blah blah blah. Then you get older, and then you become a mature adult. And then you realize what it is. But then since me and you teamed up, man, that's got to be, especially if you live in not an area where you have 1 aggravated assault a year.
Yeah.
You did Richmond, fucking Virginia.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I wish I had that video remember the video you popped up?
Yeah.
Yeah, down there though. But I'm just saying though, and then not to mention the other. I know because they're the big things, like meaning like title wise, but they're the terrible things, which is the Navy Yard and the helicopter Olympic. I hate saying Olympic because there was other humans on there, but you know what I mean. With that had those poor children on there and stuff, and that's just the head. Like I just all the stuff you guys see every day, and with you being a former, I don't like saying like, hey, I'm Keith, I'm Eric, I'm an addict. No, because I don't think you're an addict right now, Keith. That's just me. But
agree.
That's that's you, they say, oh, you got to say that to be aware. No, believe me, I'm fucking aware.
You're right.
Not to mention, not to mention my pops put a shield on me. I'm good. But anyway, I don't want to see how it gets back to you. When I said that I'm good, I had like that guilty thought of no, because they're always like, you're never good, you never know. And I know that. But as long as I stay talking to you, Joe, people like that, I'm good. All right. Now, how you doing? All that, like, is everything all right at the job? Stress, everything's good.
That's it is what it is, bro. It's still whatever.
I just don't know how you do it now. If you're in that type of town, like, listen, I'm not talking about walking up the sidewalk every day, and I mean, the one night I was driving, I saw 2 aggravated assaults on the way to get gas. You know what I mean? So I'm just curious. Like, it's different.
I mean, Richmond, people don't realize it's a pretty violent little city. There's actually an Instagram page. It's called like 804, which is the Richmond area code. It's like 804 Murder Inc. And it just shows freaking.
Gerard told me. Do you remember when Gerard said he was in Richmond? He was not lived, but he's out there for a little bit.
But that clip you had,
he told me some stuff though out there that
that clip we had of the like the bar area, Shaco Bottom. They just had like 2 or 3 more murders there like last week.
By the way, speaking of Shaco Bottom, and how you doing, Pat? My man right here, Pat Madhouse, Aussie Tribute. Check him out on Facebook. Always mailing me in stuff. But Keith, so remember though when that was happening and the mayor came out and he said that they were going to get unarmed citizens to protect against gunfire.
Yeah. They're going to usher people home.
Like you can't even have this. No. Unarmed, even with that. So how's that been working out, by the way?
There's been a lot of shootings down Shocker Bottom since that one you saw on that was on video. It's been crazy.
Yeah. But so folks that don't know, there was a big shootout outside like a bunch of these bars and clubs down at Shaco Bottom in West Virginia. And is that accurate, Keith?
Yeah.
Because I always confuse Virginia and West, even though I was out there in West. Was I in West for that trial?
No, you were in Northern Virginia, bro.
See, no, but I mean, what state?
Virginia.
Not West. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So, but my point being though is the mayor comes out. You could look it up after it. I mean, it was bad. It was a lot of bullets flying, and he says, everyone needs, I know everyone's panicked now. I'm paraphrasing, but we are going to hire unarmed civilians to help de-escalate. Like, what is today's positive vibes? I guess, everything that we put in the title this day, but it's funny. But like, where does that thinking come from? Like, who made that decision?
I don't know. No, just 5 days ago. 3:13 a.m. 2 men shot outside of bars. Man dies after early morning Shaco Bottom shooting. Yeah, they've been shooting that place up, man.
Gina, what's going on? Christine, I'm just gonna say some highs, Keith, real quick.
Yeah.
What's going on, Kristen? Christina, excuse me. Gina, what's going on? Richie's in the house. Yo, you know what? Oh, I forgot to say this. The reason why I played that tape of you and Richie going back and forth, because it's fucking hysterical. when he goes, we had the guidelines. We had the guidelines figured out. And you're like, yeah, okay. I'm just saying, because on the under, so that's Richie basically saying, I don't give a fuck. I'll do the 100 months.
I mean, guidelines are like in between five on the low and 10 on the high end. But you tell a judge to go fuck himself, you're pretty much gonna be on the high end.
And I kept it on your face, dude. Your face the whole time. Like it's hysterical because
you gotta love that guy though.
Oh no, he did his time. Like he just fucking he was I don't know him personally, but he had monkeys chasing him, fucking cops, 20 years. Just you'll see his story coming out. Meaning like not just out on whatever. That man needs a book.
Yeah, he does.
Him and Joe.
But Vacation was awesome, dude.
Oh yeah, man. Real quick, Marty, Johnny Pockets. What's up? My favorite place to be. Hope all is well. Loomis and Keith. What's up, Johnny? Joe, if you're still there, that's the man that made you the Buffalino painting up Massachusetts. You know, our friend. What's going on, man? Gracie, by the way, did you see Gracie put the clip of us last week on her TV?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, Grace, thank you for doing that. That was hysterical. Caught me off guard. And it was the clip, man, where I just, it was just, even comedy, I guess, is timed. I wasn't even trying to be funny, but I'm like, right when it was done, I'm like, I got to get out of here. And you just see me walk away. Couldn't handle it. Keith, watch your face, that whole entire interaction. And then you got to watch everyone's interaction. You got to watch like 4 times. Chris's, sponsored by AARP. I showed Joe that yesterday. Probably get laughing. It's funny as fuck. Greg, what's going on? Boom. Irish all the way. Wait, yeah. I tilted right this time. And with these lives, Keith, though, you gotta interact. Look at this. Joe Buffalino taking bets on what time Loomis shows up. I think everyone know, honestly, what we should do. There's a poll section, literally. Like, you know how you could create posts on YouTube, Keith, and you could put just like a picture up.
Yeah.
Or you could share a video in your post.
And he's frozen, folks. That's what happens when you push buttons. He probably pushed a button and didn't mean it. So, yeah, man. You approached the poop investigation like Geraldo. He did. That was fucking hilarious, though. Gotta laugh, dude. Laughter is the medicine to everything, I'd say. No, Max, stop. But yeah, we can just sit here and look at Loomis frozen. You guys can hear me, right? Anybody? Bueller? But we should do an over under. We should do an over under on with Loomis. He would have killed y'all today, though. He was here early. Max, why the fuck do you keep going over here? Go get out of here. Go. God. 90-pound dog has to get in the smallest fucking place. Just go get your bone. Go get your bone. But yeah, dude, Vacation was awesome. Didn't want to come back to work, to be honest with you, man. It coming back to work sucked. But what are you gonna do? You got to work. While we were there, me and my wife took it was like a dolphin day cruise. We got on this little boat jam packed with fucking children and other people, and then we went to Clearwater, Florida, so on the Gulf side, and then the boat took us to like this like little island. It was pretty cool. Spent a couple hours there, but on the way out there, they showed us all like the celebrity houses, like John Travolta's house and Hulk Hogan's house and all that stuff, and then they said that there's this really big building in the background, and it was the headquarters of Scientology. I wanted to try to get in that thing, man. That thing was crazy. And then right next to the headquarters of Scientology was Tom Cruise. There's a hotel where Tom Cruise owned the top 5 fucking floors, dude. What are you going to do with 5 floors of a hotel? I didn't break into Travolta's house, bro. He actually, I think like he sold that house, they said, because they would let him build a runway on it. Because, he's got like fucking jets and shit, all kinds of planes.
No, well, yeah, but the Wi-Fi is like cracked for some reason. So I couldn't leave a brother hanging. So I had to get the phone.
There you go.
What's up? How's everyone doing? I can't
I
even
was
see
just
him.
telling them that on vacation we took a dolphin tour and got to see the headquarters of Scientology out in Florida.
Oh, that stuff with Tom Cruise back in the day.
Yeah.
How'd that go? How'd that go?
I wanted to go check it out. The wife didn't want to, so we went to dinner.
This is fucking horrendous. Sorry, I can't see it. Think Keith. No, wait. Just tell them you're rich. I can't get the comment. Oh, there's the X. Gee, I can't believe I did this for a year and a half when I first started out on the phone. And wow, Gina, now I remember. I get it. Holy shit! There's got to be a way to make the screen bigger, though. It's tiny.
Gina, Clearwater's beautiful. I loved it. I'd actually go back, man. I tell you what, I had not met waiting staff all around every restaurant we went to, man. The waiting staff was amazing. They were all like, usually go to the like beaches and stuff, and like service isn't the best. Every waitress we had was like, or waiter was fucking great. They were all just they were great. It was good stuff, man. And I'm an over tipper anyway, since I used to work for tips. So, but I would definitely go back to Clearwater, dude. I mean, I put a bunch of pictures up on my Instagram. If you're a follower, go check them out. But it was great. Our back deck out of the Airbnb we stayed was like right on, I don't know what you call it, a waterway that gets you to the ocean. But it was
The pictures, they're beautiful.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, and now I got the phone though. I could show some.
The sun, show them if you want. The sun sets in the Gulf instead of right, because it's on the other side. So, every night you got to see the sun just like go down in the ocean. It was really cool, man.
Look at this. You can read it, Keith.
I can't read it.
I'll ride with you if you want to go trick or treat into the Scientology headquarters.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Dude, that place is massive.
Oh, God, keep going. Oh,
have you seen the people trying to get into the Scientology places in like LA and New York and stuff? They've got like crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's so weird. And then they take them out and they go on a bus and they hide the windows. And yeah, it's crazy. Where are the pictures? Oh, I found them. Sorry.
Plaster it up.
Well, no. I still have to add them into the file, but it's good though because I don't know. It's just good. It's easier than on the laptop. But it sucks. I don't know. I can't do I don't think I could do the reaction video things like we were supposed to do.
That's fine. We'll do it next time.
Yeah, but I'm putting my computer right back on. Hold on. Where the hell are they? Oh, that's why they're in my messages file.
Scientology is weird, dude. Like that shit's. I mean, they got children hidden up in that motherfucker for sure. Sexy gray alien costume and a UFO. I like it. I'd like to see that actually there, Chris. Are you frozen again? And he's frozen again. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen a couple documentaries on that Scientology stuff, dude. That stuff, it's just crazy, man. They fucking like polygraph you as soon as you get in, get to know all your secrets, and then they basically just blackmail you for the rest of your life. Shit's nuts. L. Ron Hubbard. That's funny as shit, Mike. Oh, man. I think we should be like, I'll be Little Red Riding Hood, and we just need someone to be like the wolf or something. You go in there. I'm going to dress up as Matt Petunis on the toilet. That's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to roll up in that bitch. But, yeah, dude, the Gulf side's awesome. The water's like fucking, I think it's like 88 degrees every day. It's like bath water. But it was cool, man. Other than flying Frontier Airlines on the way back, we had a good trip. Ozzy. You have to pay tens of thousands. Yeah.
Christ.
Yep. It's crazy, Mike. That Scientology shit's fucking. It's nuts. And then with all the stuff coming out about all these celebrities and all the crazy stuff they do, that they're 1,000% involved in like all this freaking child trafficking shit. I guarantee it.
Well, yeah, but not everyone. But there's definitely ones that are like the one without a doubt. Well, yeah, and it's disgusting.
Leah, was it Leah Remini or something that she escaped Scientology and then she started speaking about it all the time?
Yeah, yeah. The girl that with from that comedy show with yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hold on, Keith. I want to pull up though, if it will. I just pulled it up. Where is it? You know that video of you taken with the helicopter?
Naked?
Huh? No, not naked. No, the one where the video with the helicopter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Wait, they are coming up. Hold on. I just have to find the messages. Remember, bear with me, folks.
Gracie, that's awesome, dude.
Hold on, maybe my laptop might be good now. Let me see what's going on. This is like, I'm sorry, man.
I don't give a shit.
I know, but I do. I was looking forward to this all freaking. All right. I'm just going to stay like this. Do I look like I'm like in a normal seat?
Yeah.
Comments are going to be tough. But
I got them up.
I should charge. I have you know what? With my phone came a big tablet I have too. It's not charged. I need to keep that on deck. My apologies, folks.
I don't have
They're probably happy when I disappear. Where now my computer is like updating. So once that loads, I can get in. But yeah, I see it's hard to even discuss though the video and stuff though like that, but without showing them. I think there is a way, Keith. Watch now, I'll be gone for another fucking 55 minutes. Hold on. No, you know what? How it lets you go out on the laptop.
There's an X in the top right corner, bitch. Why don't you just click on it, see what happens?
No, what I'm trying to say to you, Keith, is on a phone, there's a thing that you hit, and it lets you go to pull up another video. All right, I'm like, because you're 100% there. Been saying that for like 10 minutes. Look, no, we're not. No, we're not. I start counting that thing like, wow, 5 more times. And then I get aggravated. Anyway, I could talk like this. This will come back on. We'll get some picks up. But what's up, man?
Oh, nothing, dude. I'm just watching you. How do you put comments up? I don't know how to do it.
So so for example, where on top you have to hit where you'll see like a number, there's new, it says number 70, click that. And then
I can't do that because I don't
you go like this, you hit the comment, it doesn't come up when you hit it. It goes just like good old times. And then you go show on stage. Then you go after that. I don't see you now, right? I don't see anything. I just see I see great comment, and then it says now hide from stage, meaning now that's to get rid of the comment. So, and then I got to hit an X to get out. Now I see it. So yeah, it's a battle. Gina, God bless you. Now I get it. I'm sending you something eventually. Christina, P.O. Box, Livermore. Chris, don't do that on the internet. What's the matter with you? You give me your address on the internet. I'm just looking out for you, being a friend, but that's on you. I don't even know what's going on in the conversation anyway. I feel bad because these are for the chat,
Yeah, you should feel bad.
Oh no, I'm sorry. If you guys ever had a camera on me, now restarting now. Now restarting. I was getting mad because it still said 100% there. Man, this is my passion. I was looking for so much. We can still do it. We just can't pull stuff up. I guess it just. I want to be able to interact with the audience.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome. Greg said he is still running sober. Loomis been quitting the smokes too. So that's awesome, dude.
Really?
I can't quit nicotine yet.
Sober. You know, I mean, sober is sober.
That's what it says.
Well, that's fucking fantastic. Even listen, I'm going to be honest right now. There's it's going to be hard, and I know I fucking hate it. I know, you know, sucking on robot dick all the time, right? But my point being though is, I don't. It's just Keith. These things are like you'll be sleeping at night, and you roll over, and you'll take a hit, and then sleep. That's not good. Now when you smoke cigarettes, especially like I never smoked cigarettes in any of my places, never, and especially not here. So my point being is, you would have to go outside.
Yeah.
I think you're doing more damage with these.
I think so too. And like, for example, like I mean, I still smoke cigarettes, but really most of that's at work. But at home, because I quit dipping the regular tobacco, and I get I got these fucking, these lip pillows now, dude. It's great flavored. Like I'll put one in and go to sleep, bro. It's not good. I have one in like all the time.
Oh, dude, listen, nicotine's not. Listen, I was on heroin. I was on whatever you name it. I was on it. Nicotine is, even Ozzy Osbourne said it. And if he said it, come on. Nicotine is the hardest substance to kick by far, without a doubt, because it's almost like a connection. Like if you're outside waiting for something, or you're on the phone, you go outside, like you're so used to. It's like a body part. The cigarette pack becomes a body part.
How do you not have a cigarette with morning coffee, dude? Like it's.
Well, and you want to know the weird thing? I said, call her my sister because she basically is, but shout out to Brandy. When she was working at the cigarette store, you saw pictures. She's the girl that always puts her hand like over her face. Like it was like, well, maybe you didn't. Maybe I didn't know you yet. We had like a thing that she never shows her face. She's always like this, like Wilson from the Simpsons, not the Simpsons from Home Improvement. But I tried 2 drags and I got sick, so I can't even smoke a cigarette if I run out of these. They're disgusting. Yeah. But I don't like. Listen, I don't want people but I see people post up. Oh, I quit smoking 5 years now, but they're sucking robot dick still. No, this is worse than a crime. I'm just being honest. I'm being real here. It is. You know what? These weren't around long enough for, like, there's no guinea pig around long enough to see the real effects. Now it's just starting, but doctors can't really study it because they came out in 2000 fucking whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's why I tried the robot things for a minute, but like you said, I'll just sit on the couch and just all day, I was getting coughing up shit and fucking, it wasn't good. Cigarettes have a lot of poison in it besides nicotine. Vape is not great either, but it's not as bad as cigs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mike said he's been vaping for 14 years.
Yeah, but you know what, though? And I'm doing it too, but we could all say that, but we don't really truly know.
You know, it's funny. Like we have to do a medical physical every year.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry, I'm here.
And he's frozen. Anyway, we have to do a medical physical every year where, dude, it's like really in depth. You know, it's like you do like the blood shit. Now there's 2 Loomises. So the medical, you got to do a stress test on a treadmill where they hook you up to all that shit to see if your heart's working. But they do chest X-rays, and then they do this thing where you like take a deep breath in and you like blow in this tube to like check your lungs or whatever. And I used to tell them I'd smoke, and they would sit there and just fucking lecture me for like an hour. So now when I go, I don't smoke on there.
Yeah.
And for the past like 5 years, they come back and they're like, "Oh, your lung capacity and your X-rays look great." So I mean, until they tell me that my lungs look like shit, I'm gonna fucking keep doing it.
Well, that's the thing, though. Listen, at the end of the day, my old man's best friend when we were growing up, Mr. Brislett, he owned the bar down the road, Shooters. I bought before it was Shooters, when it was called Bristlin's, and he was the next door neighbor, and he would just sit, listen to this like police scanner, and smoke unfiltered Chesterfields, right? The guy's 98 years old. No, he finally quits, right?
Dies.
6 months later, we were at his service.
Chris said, I smoke a lot. My lungs look like a good brisket.
Well, here's the thing with these fuckers, though, man, is that not only, never mind. You know how if you stop smoking, you could get that tar and all that off your lungs, right? This is like a cellophane that wraps around them. Now, this might have been some like guru, fucking voodoo, whatever the fuck person who said this. I didn't hear it from a doctor, but I heard it somewhere because it's in my head. Yeah. What I heard though that it might be a scare tactic, but it wraps around the lungs, and then even when you stop, you can't get it, and then it's going to end up squeezing eventually, and then you're fucking done. It could have been one of those people on the YouTube channel that fucking, they think that, whatever. I don't know. So I'm saying that because I can't verify it I wouldn't think of that. So someone said it. So, and it was in my head.
Do you know how, like, growing up, they said that every cigarette took 7 minutes off your life? My grandmother would have lived to have been 2,000 years old if that was the case. Because she was like 80 something.
Scare tactic, Keith. But what I would tell Greg, my advice to Greg is this, and I think you would say the same thing. How long again did he say? 6 months?
He didn't say. I don't think.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, hold on. I can pull up the comments now. Where the year is. Oh, here we go, bro. Oh, I have a heart. No, that's not it. Wait, what? I have a heart monitor on now for a few weeks. Palpitations, blurred vision, migraines, shaking. You know why? And it's probably because you're getting off of a lot of stuff and not going to screw it up and all that too. But the fact that you're staying off that's very commendable. I know him very well, Keith. And we had some beefs, but if he's legitimately the way that he's saying that he is though right now, like I'm very extremely proud of him.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I feel the energy, like I believe it because he popped in. He sent me an email after my Popto passed, all that. So that's Greg. You would be a fucking. You want to talk about if you stopped inspiration to free? Just if you just remember, it's not about us. It's it's about helping everyone's out. And I know right now you got the heart palpitations and all that. Worry about the health with that stuff first, but as long as you're under supervision with all that shit and all the with detox and all that, and that's phenomenal. But my point was going to be, since you get off of that stuff, don't in your first year or whatever, and I'm about to be, this isn't an AA thing. I want to just be, because, trying to get a cigarette so quick after that, you know what I mean? Because I tried that many times. I was like, I'm off cigarettes too. And then I wanted a cigarette. And next day, I'm not down. That's just me. Everyone's sobriety, it's different. It hits them different. But I wanted him because he's a fucking great guy. And, I met him when we were in high school. I fucking, and this is why I liked him. I went up to him and I fucking said a few fucking, if it was something, it was a fight type thing. And I thought he was going to back down from me. And he didn't. And he turned around. I remember he had his book bag on. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. Then we'll fucking fight. You know what I mean? Right there. Then I was like, oh, this is someone that I like. And we hit it off. And I just really, really, pray that everything goes well for you, because he is a great guy. And he has a heart of fucking gold. But you know what addictions do. And same with me. I was fucking an asshole to fucking saying shit like that wasn't even me. Like I always say, I look at my piano here and this stuff here and the lightings I got now and all that stuff on and the cameras and whatever. And I'm like, I can't even imagine, even if I didn't even have any money at all, I can never even imagine going and fucking get rid of that.
Yeah. I saw a really good video today.
You're not who you really are. So I want to get that across. When you're like that, you're not. But I
saw a really good video today about stopping.
I'm ruined for you, Greg.
The person you used to be, dude. It was really good.
Say that
especially
again.
for like, especially for addicts, like recovering addicts like my ass and you. It's like, I don't know, just said stop apologizing for the fucking person you used to be, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, man.
Yeah.
And if people keep bringing that shit up, there are people that you shouldn't have in your circle anyway.
Oh, no,
You know what I mean?
not at all. What I'm doing is I talk to guys like Joe, you, Chris from Roll the Bones, everyone out there, like who our circle is, like who I talk to is the fantastic group of people. James,
Yep.
freaking, there's so many. Richie's like freaking, I'm going to see Richie for 4th of July weekend. I tell you,
I think so, yeah. You texted me
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
I had to work overtime on 4th of July weekend. I haven't had a 4th of July off in 20 years.
Well, don't you have time?
Don't I have what?
Don't you have time
Time for what?
that you could use, for
Yeah, I
like,
mean, I do, but I also got to pay for a vacation I just took. So time and a half.
oh yeah, you just got back on one. You know what? The one before that, wasn't that your first one since how long?
No, last year was our first one that me and my wife took without the kids in like 10 years, 12 years.
Richie's going to Richie's place, and you know what I tell me, my last 2 years how it was. I didn't even get an overnight sleep because of, I don't want to bring it all that up, but I didn't even get an overnight sleep because I had to be on guard. And even when I did fall asleep, I wasn't, because I was going to see if he was going to be calling for me. That was the first time. Richie will tell you I slept sick, because remember I told you when me and you went to Connecticut in the hotel?
Yeah.
And then I went into a Swedish fish coma. Richie, he thought that something was wrong. So I think it was 16 hours I slept because he had me set up nice in the whole basement, like a little studio apartment. And yeah, man, it was great. Like, and that was like my first time getting away since before COVID. Like meaning like doing an overnight thing. Like I did an overnight business things like out in Boston, stuff like that. I did overnight type stuff. But I'm talking though like about, and even though I was taping Richie and all that type of stuff, but I was there for 5 days last time. And then he's like this on the sick. I think I was going to leave on the 4th. He's like, stay another day. The next day, stay another. But I was like, he's got family. But they're just great people, man. Shout out to Richie, Rita, Dominic, and prayers for Caesar, for Richie's Doberman, who is going through it right now. And so prayers for Caesar, Richie, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. And if any of you haven't seen our episode of 2 episodes, one when he met Russell Buffalino, that's part 2, and the first is the warm up for his actual real episode, which is about 35 minutes long. But now, what's great is by seeing him, Keith, that 4th of July weekend with the like little phone stuff, I could also, that's not why I'm going, but I'm saying I could add a little bit to the main, because I'm putting everything all out at once for the last one. But I'm going to have a part, because the people who already saw the first 2, so they don't have to fast forward. So there is a part 3. But then after that, I'm going to just put the whole thing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
that's going to be good, man.
Yeah. Do you enjoy those little series?
Yeah, dude. They were really good.
Thanks, man. I was just editing on the phone type stuff, and it's not like freaking, I think I could talk while I do this now, because I could show this because there's stills for the Buffalino thing. And keep in mind that these aren't, this is just out of the camera. This isn't edited, but look at this. Thank you to Jeff Jones and family.
It was like a snow mountain, and it was a water park. Blizzard Beach, yes.
It's true. So that's all unedited. Like, didn't even go through DaVinci or any of that shit. That's just from his camera. And
You don't even look half a retard in those.
no, I think the ones when I'm mad, I think I know who I was talking about. But that part probably won't make the cut because I like unleashed on someone, but it's not going to make the cut because whatever. But anyway, I can't talk about them under NDA. But our director James, Terrell, and they did like how the actual documentary is going to look, and it was at the Majestic. I'm actually wearing the shirt right now, and this has nothing to do with me. All I did was just get and me and Frankie though, I mean, we killed it with the paperwork. Frankie worked 2 years for it. I was just on with him because we're writing out the story. So and also, I've been going when my pop was sick, we're going to interviews with whoever when I can. But now after seeing it, like I know this has nothing to do with me because I didn't do the editing, I didn't do the cinematography, I'm not the DP, none of that. What you saw when Lou's talking and all that, they're promos. That's not the documentary. There's just a promo.
Yeah.
Like now, it looks just as good. It's like, looks better it looks like a movie. It looks better like the eye. It's insane. It's in fucking insane how this thing looks. That's all I'm going to say. And that's not to get on. My old man's watching me and he knows how I am. I'm talking because I will not let this released if it doesn't look like it unbelievable. Like you're watching, like when you're watching something that's rich and filled, like, you know what I mean? And
yeah, that you really get into.
Oh my God. But that's just like that's all I could say about it. But that's why, like, now I'm like relieved. Like after I saw that, I was like, holy fuck. And then with Terrell on board, shout out to Terrell Bob. I mean, the guy, he's a whiz and he knows what he's doing. And check out The Bear. If no one ever seen that, he did that years ago. It's about here, like about drug and gang life too. Yeah. But I'm happy though, man. And if you saw Keith, if you see this clip, but I can't share it though, of our director, it's off. I'm just I'm not in this for money. Listen, I'm not in this for money. I don't even care if I get $1. I just want, this has so much meaning to me because my pop is so invested into it. How great the Buffalino family is. All I want to do is just make sure that the thing looks like a fucking Spielberg made it, or even like you know what I mean? Like it has like that. I'm sorry, but that's how it has to look.
Well, it's going to be around forever, dude. It's going to be good. You should be proud of it.
Yeah, but I want everyone to know I didn't do that like editing there. Like that's, I'm just saying I saw what they did and just holy fuck. That's all I could say. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'll never release it. Because if you go and you watch some movies on Prime or wherever, you could tell, like, in the business of that, what they do is they get an investor. They want to live that lifestyle. So they make a movie like their heart and soul isn't in the movie. Right now, you can hand me $2 million or that movie completed the way how I saw how it looked. I would take the movie completed in a second.
Yeah.
Like in a second. And I'm not a rich
pride
man.
In your work, dude.
A
lot of people don't take pride in their work anymore.
Oh man, no, this is like everything to me. Everything. And because when he went, I told you about the drug and alcohol thing, but he said, you always start great stuff and you never fucking finish. And then I made a promise with him on this project. And yeah, shout out to Terrell and James and the Buffalino family and everything. It's just, yeah, it's awesome, man. It's just, dude. Yeah, it's great.
Looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, people are gonna. It's like a documentary.
It's going to be the documentary of Keith Shibley by Eric Loomis for Luke.
That deserves one. Are you kidding me? Walking like in DC though with you, and then going to West Virginia, and then going to the Navy Yard, and then going to the. I mean, there's some people out there though that because they don't understand the people that I have behind me. Meaning, like, I have someone that you have to wait 30 days. I don't. So that's why I was just saying, like, I get it immediately. So, and I found that out just before though this episode too, even with that. So what I'm trying to say though is that a lot of people will come on and they'll act like I was saying before with the where I heard with the vaping the cellophane from some guru. But people want to just go on social media so bad, or they want to be like famous or whatever so bad that they'll make certain incidents like out and make up a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? Without people, and then, but listen, the internet's undefeated, and it always finds out. I always say that the internet is unfucking defeated.
Yep. So watch the shit you peddle because it might step in it.
I mean, yeah, and I see that in the true crime era, man, there's so many guys like that.
I got a bone to pick with you, and it has to do with shit again. So here we go. So you said stepping in shit is good luck, right?
People help me out here.
So I texted you from vacation when a seagull shit on my wife. Shit right on her. Fucking right on her leg. Just
that's a good sign.
It was pretty funny. We haven't had any good luck, bud. I mean, how long does if you step in shit?
Because you're looking because you're looking for it, and what happens? You don't understand the process of stepping in shit. When you step in shit, where that saying came from is like, yeah, you stepped in shit, but this is different. And this was a seagull, not like some fucking not just a robin. So this was a seagull.
Mm-hmm.
When you look for it, it's never gonna come. That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for you not to look for it.
Well, I mean, I don't think she's looking for it, but
yeah, but you're a deflector. I'm just saying. Just like how how you help someone in addiction and all that stuff. You're not looking for anything back. You just want to help that person. Just like your buddy who.
Yeah, but I mean, you're helping someone in addiction. It's like she got shit on by a bird. I mean, it was big. It was like.
And maybe he was aiming for your head because you're a shithead. I don't know, but like it missed. But
I was under the umbrella, sir.
No, that's odd though that it dropped the deuces. So it dropped the fucking. Did it stand up wipe or did it fucking sit?
I didn't check it out. It landed right on her leg, and then she touched it.
That's so funny though that I just brought that up from the last shit episode. Susan. Well, guys and gals, got to go. I'm tired and getting ready for bed. You all have a wonderful evening. Thanks, Eric and Keith. Had a blast. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but Keith held it down. And great, Susan. Thank you so much. And have a go. Greg left. All right. Well, prayers to Greg. And I believe him. I believe him.
He said, hit him up later. He said, hit me up later, Loomis.
All right. I believe him. Night, Susan. Plus, I don't want to throw him on Front Street or whatever, but when you have a conversation with someone,
what's the flu bird?
And I'm praying he
doesn't. Flu bird shits on you, and the flu shits wear it.
So, folks, all right, anyone who doesn't understand this, real quick, I told Keith I had a good something happened with the documentary, and I was like, I stepped in shit, and Keith goes, that's not good. And I go, you never heard that saying before?
I said, what's wrong? What happened? And I thought it was something bad. I never heard of stepping in shit being a
all right. People who are in the chat, could you just put Y, the letter Y, if you heard that expression before, and then put N if you didn't, if you don't mind. Because I was flabbergasted when you didn't hear it. And I want to know if it's just like a Pennsylvania type thing.
Probably a Northern Yankee thing.
I don't remember a movie saying it or anything like that. I know Chris knows what it is.
Thank you, Gracie. Mike, I thought you were on my side, bud.
Look at, we got one Y. We got one N. We got another Y. We got a Y. Oh, the expression. Hey, Veronica, what's up? The expression is Keith never heard the expression. Like if Veronica, like if you hit a scratch off ticket and you win like, $500 or whatever you win, you just be like, hey, I stepped in shit. Like, I got lucky. Like, so I'm asking people if they ever heard that expression, Y or N, and the Y's are.
It's just an expression. It's not actually like if you step in shit, it's good luck. Because I got 3 dogs, bro, and I'll go walk in my backyard barefoot if I need to.
Oh, no, look, we got another Y from Veronica. And how are you doing, Veronica? Thank you for being here. She's one of our, do we have her as a, yeah, she's one of our mods, Keith. You could say hi.
Veronica. Hi.
I love putting you on the fucking Jump Street.
Oh, it's fucking stupid.
I've never heard that before. Pardon my ignorance. See, I don't like that comment. You're not ignorant. You just never heard it before. Just like what did I tell you the other day? I'm like, Grace, man, you're cool as fuck. Blah, blah, blah. This and that. You're real. I try. No, you don't. That's why you're real as fuck. It's just who you are. She's cool as shit, dude. Grace, dude, with the money, like who she always puts up the shit on the TV, Keith.
Yeah, I think it was fucking hilarious, dude.
Listen, I think it was when I was rolling over in my bed and to see what time it was. And like because I put my Instagram notifications on, I was taking a hit of this. I could have sworn it might have been a dream, Grace. Let me know. But did I see the money bed sheets too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's real?
I think so.
Okay. Veronica's laughing. That's good. Because it's positive. Look at the title. Last week's title was called, what was it? Shit Happens. But this week, wait, I didn't know the context. I have never heard it used as a good thing. So wait, you heard it like, Johnny stepped in shit. He got fucking killed. You heard it like that? No, I'm not like putting you down, my man. I'm just saying, though, that's very, very, very interesting. Like, man, Jimmy stepped in shit, man. He's got to fucking do 10 years. Like,
yeah, that makes more sense.
Now where I'm from, it's you step in shit. I don't know because Joe and Donna might already be laid up, but I think Joe could even concur that around here, it's absolutely known that stepping in shit is you're winning in life.
Yeah.
But see, when you get shit on by a seagull, I got it right here.
ChatGPT.
What happens when a seagull shits on your leg?
If a seagull poops on your leg, the main risks are potential bacterial exposure, like E. coli or salmonella, and some staining. Washing the area quickly reduces the risk of illness, and in some cultures, it's seen as good luck.
Okay. Did you hear the end?
You'll get a bacterial infection and salmonella, but fuck it, it's good luck.
See, did you hear what she said at the end?
Oh my God.
In some cultures, so why does one culture beat the other?
Some cultures fuck goats, bro. I don't know.
Did she wash it off like with freaking not just like bathroom soap? She used Dawn, that shit you use like to get off when like you're cleaning up like oil on a bird. Did she? Well, just tell your wife. Well, I would let her know. this turned into something completely different.
Yes. So let's change it up. But yeah, dude, we need to get some. I got a couple of people lined up. We gotta start scheduling some of these interviews. I got some good ones.
I am 100% down with that. And not to mention, even when I'm up there in Rochester, I could do them as well. Yeah. Meaning, like, if we have something, if you want to do something, you know what, though? When I'm there, I'm sure it'll be cool to it. I'll ask if, like, even be on backstage. That'll be cool, like, on location. Me and him up there, get you on, too, and do some stuff. Also, you keep telling me, I'm not going to say any names because those guys, though, they might do, like, the NDA thing and all that. But, like, get them. I mean, if they're ready to fucking sit down, then get them.
Yeah.
I mean that, though. And then, but first, though, just hit me up with some notice and be like, Loomis, how does this time sound? I'm talking about for the pre-records.
Yeah.
So then, and you're right. We do have to start now. It's time because I left the Loomis show to team up with you. Pops passed. That was a rough one. Now the Buffalino project is in it's in production, like where I don't have to be going. I mean, I'm still doing a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, but now it's time. That's why I was even saying. That's why with those Richie things, we are like those are I think pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start.
Gerard, wait till you see Gerard's, man.
I'm gonna start getting into some of this editing stuff and just fuck around with it, trying to get better at it myself. So
listen to this. I make Gerard's before Richie's because Gerard sat for when I was on the Loomis show. But Gerard is him sitting in this chair with a green screen. and I'm not even in it. And it's like, it's just him, you know. But so I put it up. I'm all excited, and you know how I mean, it takes a long time, especially like if I wait last minute. I'm like up for like 2 nights just getting these things done. It takes a while, but I put it up, and YouTube wouldn't let it up because of the word "sue up." You know what?
Mm-hmm.
So now I had to go back, and that's why, like Greg Jr. Scarpa, shout out to Greg. He on Vlad, if you notice, even when he says stuff like "kill" and stuff, they have it like, you know, not bleeped out, but like it just goes away and stuff. I mean, he's a Vlad who's already a fucking millionaire, but I'm just saying that you got to watch these days with the algorithms. And now Frankie's channel got flagged up for something because Meta changed, and he has over 100,000 followers, and he gets some good money from that. And Meta though, like, so basically, what I'm saying is, if anyone puts up clips that are okay and legal, well, in the future, if they decide that they're not legal and they scan your shit and they fight, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucked up. Like, without though firing off a warning, though, Keith.
Yeah, there needs to be a YouTube, but like
it's AI robotic.
It's you can talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about, man.
Well, there is X. And you know what?
Yeah.
I got to look into that. Gracie, was it Gracie that sent me something? But a lot of people, I think Brett from NYC Crime Spot, shout out to Brett, great channel. He was on with us. You know what? I'm going to turn to his episode that we did. Well, there's already one. Remember when I did his episode?
Yeah. No, he was cool, man. I like that.
Yeah,
dude.
people got to check that out, man, because it's not even like really, me and Keith don't just sit there like this and just interview. Like, we try to make it look like documentary format. But you know, it's great though, real quick. I just realized. 1 second. If you have something to say, Keith, you can say it because I'm setting something up.
Christina said she saw a lady at Walmart that had an Ozzy shirt on and said that she watches y'all's Ozzy tribute page. That's pretty cool.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how would she like? But yeah, but it wasn't me though. It was on the shirt. So how's she gonna come up to me and go? I watched this guy. Well, yeah. Oh, who'd you say said that?
Christina. The last comment, dude.
Oh, okay. She said, "Oh, I believe it did." Wow, that's pretty cool. Gina, people are seeing it, and you know what? It's all for Ozzy. But I just pulled this up too and look at. Well, it's because it's my computer. Ozzy, live and loud. Ozzy. But you know, there's a mafia story with Ozzy too. But I'll save that for another time. And
the other really cool thing about vacation was I didn't know that's where Hulk Hogan lived, and Hogan's Hangout, the restaurant, was there. It was pretty cool. Had a bunch of big Hulk Hogan statues all over the fucking beach.
He died. He died. Was not the same day. Was it the next day? After Ozzy, it was the same week.
I don't know.
Remember? Yeah, Hogan died the same week as Ozzy. Dude, you see, man? Yeah, that was that video, man. When everyone's out, they weren't looting, but everyone's like on where his Hollywood Square is, and the freaking LAPD come and they just start like blasting the sirens though to it and stuff. Like the meaning, like
no, that was cool. Yeah,
like the videos that we were supposed to show today were like something like that. Oh, that was fucking not. Well, dude, Ozzy was an icon, dude. Like, are you kidding me? And that's pretty cool though. And Christina, I just you know, the reason why it has 11 million views, it's because of Ozzy Osbourne. I'm not stupid, and we'll never monetize that either. That's always going to be free. But what am I looking up though? Here is, what were we just talking about, Keith?
I have no idea, bro.
Oh, come on, help me.
Yeah, something about Crime Spot.
Oh yeah. That's right. Mind over. Yo, did you see that there's 2 other Mind Over Madnesses?
No. Is there?
Yeah. But there, I'm saying we have more subscribers and stuff like that. But I'm saying though that like we're good. We pop. Bring it on, like Joe says. Bring it on. They're probably great guys. I'm sorry. And didn't know it all, you know. Yeah, we're very what's the word, Keith? Where you just even the behind the scenes stuff with me and you, like we're very open with it. I forget the word. Mind over madness quest rhythm. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I never even typed it on that, but you know what? Oh, boom. The first thing that comes up, buddy, is our shit. Hold on. I got it. So, with that said, Keith, you could spit some knowledge to the folks. But I do know what I want though. I did not want to at least just show.
I gotta pick up the old child, my daughter.
Well, no, if you got to take off, buddy, go ahead. And do you mind if I stay on for a couple more?
No, I don't give a shit.
Because I know, dude, you got you got the family and all that. I mean, I'm only staying on for like 10 more minutes. I just want to show some stuff.
Yeah, what are you gonna show?
It's gonna be like more stuff like that we did, like our stuff, interviews, and like Richie, a little bit of Richie's thing and stuff.
Yeah, I will watch from my phone in the car.
Well, listen, hold on. Bring you in. You got to bring you in. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but it all worked out in the end. And then what was I gonna say? Prayers though, man, for your buddy, man. Like
yeah,
if he's watching, prayers for him, and he sounds like someone that I would definitely get along with. And you know what?
We'll have to see if he'll come on one of these days. But yeah, he's good.
The only reason why I said what I said earlier, because I mean, I should have been dead. I don't know how many times, and now the real. This has nothing to do with the rooms or whatever, but I mean, the stuff that I'm doing now, I would never dream of back then. You know what I'm saying? So if you could get like, the movie Shawshank Redemption, I always used to smell you. You got
one of my favorite movies ever.
Oh, God, it's kidding me. Fucking amazing. But you got to crawl through that pipe of shit to get free
100%.
from that. And it hurts, and it fucking, your body, your legs, and I know it hurts. But please, I hope you recover, man, from your accident. I really do.
He will. He'll be good. I'll make sure of it.
And I'm sure, though, Pat is in the audience, too. Pat will definitely throw his prayers up. Pat's, like, big with that. I told you he sends names over to the church in Sicily. And, like, mentioned, and they'll mention his name. He did it for my father. He did it for Greg, Linda. Like, he'll do it for anyone.
Awesome.
And because he's just, like, I guess he looks at it like as a servant or whatever. I guess it is. I don't know.
That's good stuff, dude.
Yeah, man. Listen, positive vibes.
Yeah, dude. I will. I'll hit you up later.
Hit me up later, and chat. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna hang around for a little bit, so you'll probably want to leave. But Keith, thank you so much though for being here, brother.
Bye, buddy.
And I will see you next week on. Well, we did it on Tuesday tonight. Me and Gina though are locked in on Thursdays, just so you know. So
yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll figure it out.
Got it. All right, my man.
All right, man. Good night, bro.
Corporal Keith Shibley, folks. Look him up too. He has great interviews out there that and he's a real guy. You know what I mean? He's not one of these guys that comes on who elaborate, like tries to make his story like, or something that didn't happen just so people no. He reminds me of someone like Joe, like he just, you could tell he's not lying. It's just natural. And check, you could also, besides on here, you could see Keith on Ian Bick, which is a very big podcast. And oh my God, the one guy, I hate when I do this because I'm terrible with names, but Keith, if you're watching, write the name of the guy that I like, the one that you were sitting across from. All right, so I just little clips in case if anyone missed or anyone wants to watch. And remember, this is just like phone edited and all that stuff. So let me go back to the StreamYard because now I have to pull it up. And let's check out.
I'm Richard Veltri, scribe to Mind Over Madness. It hindered me, and I thought it was making it better, but it was... I'm originally from Rochester, New York, but I moved around. And he helped me get a car, so I could thanking a man that helped me to get through a nice guy. I mean, it really was a good man to me. You know? I would have never picked him out of the thing and said that's a powerful man. He's writing to Angelo. He must have been talking about Russ. With a letter to Russ by writing it to Angelo. And to get this pin and to look back at where I am now and to get this pin, it's an honor. I'm truly, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate this very much. You know, when you told me that I was doing this, when I saw the podcast of what was going on, I knew you guys were the real guys. I read the letter, and apparently there was an issue, and in the letter, he never mentioned any name. He just said our friend, which obviously he meant, since he's writing to Angelo, he must have been talking about Russ. Angelo and Russ, and then the letter from Frank is made out to Angelo. I call him Frank like I know him.
Now, Russell Buffalino, though, was very good. You know, everyone says he's like the quiet Don.
Yeah.
He was also very good at even hiding his people.
Looking back at some of the guys, the way they moved, this guy was a smart guy. I mean, he cloaking his people that work for him as well as himself. So a lot of guys, especially today, they like to talk loud, wear suits, pinky rings, act, bring heat to themselves. This man learned from the old country how to be a man.
Yeah.
Angelo must have had his shit together to be handling all this stuff for us, because, if anything ever went wrong, it would bounce back to Angelo. So yeah, they covered their bases. And when you told me the story, how he had Frankie Avalon and a lot of these stars come at the Piston to raise money for the Children's Hospital. I mean, who does that? You know what I mean? Who gives a shit enough?
Being in there, though, how you said, because I haven't heard a bad word about him, and that's rare in that life. But my plan, he lived to be 90, and he died in 94. So to live that long and at home, but then he had to go over to Nesbitt Hospital. My question, though, to you is, I didn't mean, not command bully wise, though, but were you able to tell he was powerful?
Well, besides learning the story gradually as it came out, I would have never picked him out of the thing and said that's a powerful man. He was very humble, and he never raised his voice. He was a nice guy. I mean, it really was a good man to me, and good. And I watched the way he moved around, and he was not a bully. He didn't push nobody. He was a nice man, and he helped me. There was no halfway house in Rochester, and he asked me where I was going, and I told him I was going to Syracuse. And then he told me, when I get to Syracuse, look up this gentleman, and I did, and helped me get a car so I could drive home to Rochester on the weekends, because I was staying at the Salvation Army in Syracuse. That was the halfway house at the time. We didn't have any in Rochester. So if it wasn't for him helping me, I wouldn't have been able to go back and forth on the weekends to visit my family. And a funny story is that I wrote him a letter, a simple guy just writing a letter thanking a man that helped me to get through a challenging spot, to be in a halfway house away from my town by myself. To have that car to go home, it was great. So I wrote him a letter thanking him for everything he did for me. And one day I was walking out of the mall, and these two big guys grabbed me, handcuffed me, and put me in the back of the car. It took off. Now, from Syracuse, they were taking me to Montclair, which I think was like an hour and a half to 2 hour drive north. And they didn't say anything to me. And I said, I remember I asked them, you guys got ID? I also want to say that, you know, I tried really hard. I had some very dear friends that guided me on this path of success that I'm on. Very dear friend. And I took his advice. And if it wasn't for my friend, being able to look back at 72, looking back at this in the frame of mind that I have now, after being successful in my life with not only money, but my wife and my family and the good friends that I have around me. And to get this pin and to look back at where I am now and to get this pin, it's an honor. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate this very much. And Joel, appreciate this. I really do. And I hold this in high esteem. And I thank you. That's where I met Russ in Danbury. That finally, I'm living in Southernville. That now, back then, you got the American flag with the federal judge, and next to the American flag was the rebel flag. I mean, they hung it in the thing. So he said, my father was a lawyer, and he goes, you're in federal guidelines. They can't give you any more than 100 months. So I says to him, all right, that's fine. I go to trial. I get done. I lose. And I go like this. You got anything to say before I sentence you? I says, yeah. Fuck you. Fuck that flag. And fuck this motherfucker. Pointing to the district attorney.
That probably didn't help your case out much.
No, I was over.
No,
it was done.
no.
He was going to sentence me. And he couldn't take me outside my guidelines.
But you know,
but when the marshals carried me out of to bring me back.
Keith, what were you saying though, Keith? What were you saying?
So he was about to give you your sentence?
He was going to give me my sentence.
You know, he might have been giving you 8 years, but then you told him to go fuck himself. So
he had federal guidelines. He had to stay within the guidelines.
Yeah, but he could go lower than the guidelines.
Well, I could have.
On the low end. But if you tell the judge, my lawyer had the guidelines all calculated. We were right on.
I just don't think it was very smart.
I didn't care. But they all talk like this. And then the chow hall, what are you, one of them Yankees, boy? You know, I was fucking 2.5 years of that shit. I hated it. So, you know, finally I'm getting out of here, right? And they made a recommendation to the Bureau of Prisons that they tried to get me as close to my home as I could. So it took me 10 months to get there and then picked me up the next day. You know, it took a long time. It took 10 months to get to that prison. I was so glad because everybody had like Boston accents being in Connecticut. I go, oh God, I'll take a Connecticut accent over a Southern accent any day. I was so glad.
Federal prison?
Yeah, it was federal.
Story about what made you ask
all the time.
What made you ask him though, like about Russell?
Because I knew he was a guy. I knew he was a guy. I could tell. You know, he was, you know. We're going to talk to Joey Pafone in New York City. I'm going to go talk to this. He'd be flying to Las Vegas to go to Caesars. He gave me a pair of boxing gloves signed by Rocky Marciano. He would get tickets to plays or to Frank Sinatra when he would come to close to my mother, wanted to go see him. You know, I could see he knew what he was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he knew Russ.
He's a Sicilian, so he should know these people. So that's what I told him. I said, "Big, your Gramps, there's some old guy here. You know, the cops are open. The federal guards are opening up. Hello, Mr. Buffalino. They're opening up the door for the guy before he walks to the door. I mean, fuck, pretty cool, you know. To me, they didn't open it for me. I stood there like this. They said, look at me. What do you want, kid? Get inside. talking to my grandfather, and I was only 23. I'm 72 now. So I said, Miggy, Grandpa, I said, I didn't know any different or who or what was going on. I didn't know. I was just an Italian hippie running wild. So I said, Grandpa, there's some old guy here, and the cops are opening up the door for him. So I said, Gramps, and he had said, what's his name? And I had told him, I said, his name's Russell Buffalino. And he goes, Russell Buffalino? He goes, well, next time you see him, I want you to walk up to him like a gentleman and introduce yourself and tell him who you are and where you're from. I said, excuse me, Mr. Buffalino. I'm Dominic Redidari's grandson from Rochester, New York, and he told me to tell you who I was. And he goes, oh, yeah. So I became friends with him. I got close to him. Not too many people was able to, besides some of the older guys that were always around him. I would eat at the table with him when I wasn't playing handball or running around like a maniac. What do you want, kid? Get inside. But,
didn't he get his own food in there? Didn't he get his own food in there too?
Yeah. Well, what he did is that the kosher kitchen gets to order outside food for certain foods. They don't have to stand in line and eat pork and beans and hot dogs on a Thursday night dinner. You know what I mean? And they had soda machines. At the time, you could fill up your own soda, your own glass. You get the tray. You go in line and you say, all right, give me some extra beans. Give me a piece of pork chop. But the kosher kitchen was off to the right. And they had their own kitchen. It had to be kosher. So they would order food. So what they used to do is they would order food that Russ would like. So if he wanted lasagna, they'd be in the back making lasagna. So when they and he'd sit at the table, he'd be sitting there with the table was like set. It was his table. And it was supposed to be the kosher. Nobody else sat at that table except the Jewish people. But when whatever time frame it was, Russ would sit there with his guys and they would bring the food out and put it in front of him. Would bring out the food and put it in front of him. So the kosher kitchen would cook food for Russ. So he had his private stock of food coming every day, which, it's like, this guy's, they're making food for him. I don't know, boy, he's got a connection, but the guards are all looking at him. Everybody knows that, probably just want to keep peace with the guy. Nobody wants to make waves, So
let me ask you a question, Rich.
I would get to sit there a couple times and eat with him.
It's just an observation from a mentally challenged police officer. But
no,
when your grandfather came over here, he obviously knew what he was doing and had a boatload of money.
My mother went to a private school. Yeah.
You said he's paying off police officers as bars and judge stuff to stay open. Then he knows who Russell is. So there might have been a little connection. I'm not saying he was in that life, but a connection between older Italian.
Yeah, he did business with those guys.
Well, it was smart. And he would like I told him, these old guys were funny. He used to yell at me, why do you got to dress like a bum? Why don't you cut your hair, dress nice, and be respectful when you go out? I go, I don't want to be respectful. I like this. This is what I do. I go to concerts. I get high. I listen to Jimi Hendrix. That's when all those bands were first coming out. After the bubble gum with the Beatles and shit, Hendrix and Janis Joplin and all that shit was cool. And that's hit a tab of acid, go out on a Friday and come home Tuesday. It was just a different way of thinking. Oh, so I had mentioned to him, I said, me, by chance, he was the only family member that would let me call because you had to call collect. So they had a phone booth. Remember them old wooden phone booths? Well, that's what they had set up in the units. So I'd get in the unit and I'd call. And I'd say, Mika Gramps, there's some old guy here. The cops are opening up the doors for him. What's his name? I said, Russell Buffalino. And that's when he said to me, he goes, be respectful, be polite, walk up to him, introduce yourself, tell him who you are and where you're from. And just be a gentleman. And I said, all right. So I went up to him. I said, excuse me, Mr. Buffalino. I said, my name's Richard Veltri. My grandfather's Dominic Reddaria from Rochester, New York. It was, hey, yeah, how is your grandfather? I want to talk to him. So what I did is I arranged a phone call.
Now to see the rest. Whoops. Oops. Boom, there I am. Now, to watch the rest, that is on our channel, Mind Over Madness. And I just want to really thank Richard Veltri for giving me the time. And it was real fun, though, editing that, though, because, you know, usually it's either just a stream or it's either just on location. So, like, it's like you know, it's hard, though, to set those up. And I mean, I would love to do, if Keith can't make it or if I can't make it somewhere, like, it's like a little different thing, like, you know, on, off. It's on and off. That's the name of the series. If I get on and off location, though, you know, it streams though. But, you know, it was fun to do and learn some cool stories. You know, that's the thing with this documentary. We have, besides having the Buffalinos, we have, meaning story-wise, I can't say who the cast is. I mean, a lot of people know already, but now after the NDAs, I can't. But a lot of you, if you're into true crime, you definitely know who they are. But my point, though, being, though, and not one, though, like even like Richie, he did over 20 years and this and that. And I speak, though, I represent Joe, obviously. And there's not one person, though, involved in this documentary, though, that, you know, cooperated and took out, you know, couldn't do the time and stuff like that. So, speaking to on Joe's behalf, like there's just none of those in this project. There's some real ones, I could say that, and then you might be thinking how. You'll see. There's prison stories about Russell. There's all the memorabilia that Russell left in his suitcase in Angelo. And I mean, Joe, I can't thank you enough though for, I mean, like, I don't even know what to say, but it's different, like, you know, and it's like investigative in a way, but that's going to change history. Like, you're going to find out some different facts, like everything that's about, I'm talking all of Cosa Nostra, not just the differences of the Irishman, this and that, but all of Cosa Nostra. And we're just going to let everyone know who this man really was on paper. And I should have saved the clip for this, though, because my man, Frankie C, he's just like, right, you know, we're all just regular people, right? But he didn't go to school for journalism. He didn't have the backing of a publishing company or this or that. But research-wise, he fucking blew away the author of the Quiet Dawn. Like, because, I mean, blew him away. Because what we found out, because what he didn't realize is that you have to look up other fucking files, not just on Russ. So everyone just sees a movie, and then, you know, this just came out. I knew this was going to happen too, because after a movie, now everyone's an expert on Russell Buffalino. Even Joe sometimes will even be like, it's funny seeing how so many people know more about my family than me. But that's just the nature of this. And I always think it's surreal. I'm like, Joe, is it ever surreal to you? Like, just like, you know, open it up and just seeing people talking about like your old family. Because I'm thinking it on my end, you know. But he never wanted to do this. It took a lot of fucking convincing. A lot. But there was something that happened that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And his daughter convinced him, because ultimately, and Joe will even tell you, he'd be like, no, Russ wouldn't don't be for this. Angela wouldn't be for this. And that's why Joe's like very, doesn't even like talking, even if it's already public knowledge or whatever. But, you know, he definitely tells you learn a lot from Joe, trust me. But my point being is just that old school mentality. And, but we have every angle. We have from the police, from the FBI, from the family, from, I can't say, all right, from a lot of notorious, not, I should say like a lot, but we have a few, well, 5 the notorious figures that you should know if I said, and obviously, I believe Richie Darrell's already though in it though, and our director and cinematographer is just, I'm blown away by the work that they do, the look, and it's just, I don't know, I couldn't be more honored to be the person though that they selected, and I don't care if anyone's like whatever, but I'm going to tell this story one more time. When that movie came out, The Irishman, because my father would always talk about Russ, always, and we'd watch like the, little stuff like about him, or like, when I Heard You Paint Houses, the book came out. I mean, no one was even talking about him that much in that book. I mean, I guess if you're not reading or whatever, but I mean, I Heard You Paint Houses came out years before. They were down here scouting locations like by Cooper's Seafood back in like 2004, 2003. But how in Hollywood is, it's very hard to get a movie through. So that's why they wouldn't have had to do the de-aging. But anyway, and it would have been around here, or should have been around here. If you read the book, it's more around here than it is out in Philly and stuff. But Hollywood changes that. So never believe movies, for example, for what they say. And we're gonna just it's gonna be great. And it couldn't be more honored. But what I wanted to say is that movie came out on Netflix, and it didn't come out on the big screen. It was the first real. He was like $120 million budget back in 2021 with the biggest names: Joe Pesci, Al Pacino, De Niro, as you all know. Scorsese directing, and Pileggi writing and stuff, and it's just I'm sitting next to my father in a movie theater because they did a special screening of it at the Dietrich Theater up in Tunkhannock, and he's sitting on the left of me, and I'm on the right of him, and we're watching it, and it would have just been nice, like 8 years later. Who would know that, like, I would be telling the story though, like on them and stuff like that. And it would have been great to have him on the left because he would have been my date, obviously. But now I'm leaving the chair empty in honor of him. But it's just crazy how, and that goes back to another thing though, like, when he quit the drinking and he quit fucking, the whatever. Everyone out there, if you know me from around here, you know how I was. Anything's fucking possible. So. And thank you to the Buffalino family. Thank you to Richie. Prayers to Greg. Greg, hope your heart palpitations. If I said I'm not good with medical terms, but very proud of you. Frankie, you killed it. And killed it, my man. Thank you. And shout out to everyone. And shout out to Camp Rattler as well. And let's see. That house is beautiful. Oh, yeah, Richie's. Yeah, it was built in 19, I think was it 19, or it might have been 1890, because I'm thinking of my piano. My piano's 1892. So I'm like, when I know on the show I said, when I'm up in his attic where the tier is, yeah, it's like and the stained glass, and his wife read it. Oh, so cool. Like Gracie, she like collects, like she had a bat from Brazil. It's in the one episode, and then like you saw her like with the head, like with the face in like that when I was up in the attic. And all that like ghost stuff. That's not because it's October. That's just they're just like, you walk in their living room, there's skulls, and that's more. Even Richie told me that's more her though, like than him. But I mean, I loved it when I walked in that house. I'm like, oh my god, I could do the Ozzy show here every fight. And then the curtains behind him. I don't know if you noticed, they're bats. So and then he even has Jesse James's freaking original freaking Wanted poster. Oh, that's just a great though collection of stuff, and I'm bringing my keyboard up because he's a drummer, and we're gonna jam some tunes, and we're gonna jam some Crowley, some Ozzy, and just jam some whatever, and just jam, and we'll throw some videos up. It's gonna be a good time. I can't wait to go. It is gonna be great, and I need to go. Veronica, we talk, and I definitely need a few more days to get away. And I can't thank, though, the Veltries more than opening their door to me and letting me come up whenever I want. It's just, he asked me. And so that showed me that I wasn't an annoying pain in the ass the first time. Because, I talk a lot. So, and, with me, either love me or you hate me. I'm that type of guy. My father was a guy, if he'd like, those people, like my friends would knock on the door and be like, "Is Clem there?" More than for me, that's what my dad was. But he's that type of guy. Like, that's like another saying. Like, if you don't like this person, there's something wrong with you. That's him. So like, I don't know how this happened to me, because and I know myself. I'm either you love me or you hate, or maybe not love, but maybe you can deal with me or you hate me. But because I'm too I'm passionate, but I can't help it. I'm passionate. I bet though, if I was on, I'm being honest, if I was on like drugs and subdued and all that, everyone would be like, oh, he's a great guy. But I'm sorry, this is me without that, and this is how I'm rocking. So deal with it or fucking swipe. Did the Irishman have to get pension? That can't be answered right now, Gina. We covered that. That can't be answered at the moment. And I don't know if you saw the episode, though. I'll just give you a little bit of a hint. But I'm not gonna. I don't. What he threw the white flag up. But if you watch the live on here, about me and Keith about the Scarpas, Greg and Linda, you'll figure some stuff out. But I can't answer that on here, and I know you understand. Because like legitimately like signed NDAs, like I can't, and it's good to keep my mouth shut, and I'm doing good. Okay, I posted the vid on my Instagram. That bat was dope. That gargoyle was dope. I love skulls. I go, oh well, yeah. When I walked in his house, I said, I want this house right now. And then the tier where all he had, like she has all like the ghosts, they all look like ghosts walk around. That thing's like fucking 25, 30 feet. That just goes right up. Like, like how I have the credits in the beginning and that's the outside of his house. I wanted to do like a little episode type thing. That was just like off phone, little goofing around. So don't ever, and it looked great. You know what I mean? Just for like YouTube type stuff. But that's not the documentary. Now, stuff that I did from there is going to be in the documentary, but that isn't the look, the way you see the look of. That's only because that's no disrespect to Richie or nothing, no, but to make something like, with the other equipment and stuff like that. I mean, it's major fucking, streaming, possibly cable. So, which I found out is better, which I didn't know but I got to talk to Joe about that because I'm like, fuck, but the people watching it though, then there's going to be commercials. But then after, if it's on a history or discovery, then it would go to streaming anyway, and you make more. But yeah, you do make more. But yeah, I don't know. I thought cable was dead. I haven't looked at a TV in years, to be honest with you. I haven't. The last time I watched TV, all I do is just try to do. That's why I do that, because my addict mentality. I put it all into that. And yeah, it's just great to be on the other side. And I pray for Keith's buddy who got hurt. I think you could do this, man. And Greg, all seriousness and all jokes aside, I'm happy to hear that, man. Happy to hear that. And thank you for your email. I did receive it. Let's see. He could live in that attic. Oh, if he could listen, he put me down in the he put me down in the basement. It was like a studio apartment. First day I slept 16 hours. And it's great though, like when you stay rich, it's not like, hey, come on, now we gotta go do this, we gotta do this. You just live like you're at your house. He still does his business stuff at times, and like I do my thing, with the editing and all that. And for whether it's a show or sometimes, if I'm taping in, but this trip isn't though to just go up and tape Richie. Like we're hanging out. But while we're hanging out, if we want to go, and I can't wait to see I love his dog Caesar, and prayers for Caesar as well. So I was always afraid of Dobermans because one of them got loose once and fucking bit right here on one of my buddy's legs. Like it was, and like they just looked so. I don't like to get pinched. Like I remember before I got in a fight, I used to tell my buddy to titty twister me because it makes me just like, but like, yeah. So when that happened and the way they look, even their name is Doberman, they just look pinchy. And when I get pinched, I want to fucking kill. So I don't like I don't like, you could try to tickle me, but I'll still want to throw an elbow, but pinch, I'd rather get fucking shot. Don't fucking pinch me. But don't fucking pinch me or I'll fucking pinch you. Ah, no, I'm just kidding. But I'm not kidding though about the pinches. Why am I talking about pinches? Anyway, I always get off topic. It's getting late. And I want to thank the Buffalino family. I want to thank the Veltri family, Rita, Richie. I want to thank Gracie for, how about I said that about George Carlin? I did that same night, I'm just going, boom, there it is. Like, Grace, don't ever think though, like when I say something, like I expect it, like I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just like, hey, if you ever have time, like, so just please know that, like, they are beautiful surprises though. They most certainly are. And the only thing I ask, if you could do a cool section too on that TV, like about Russell Buffalino, like when he's talking like about Russell. If when you get time for it, that's all. And what, Gracie, collab with us. What are you doing? So I'm going to tell you something. When you are posting that, make sure that you put it on a reel, not a story or a post, right? You put it on a reel, and then once you go to where you write the title, scroll down and it'll say tag people. You hit the tag button, right? Then after you hit the tag button, you could either tag or invite collaborator. It'll be a blue button. Hit the collab button, hit the Buffalino family, hit Mind Over Madness, and then hit Loomis. Don't hit the Aussie because that's separate. But I'm saying though, that's how to do it. And you'll be a whiz by the time. But yeah, you know what, Christina? I think about that all the time. Like, I met so many, like, think about me and Gina who are like this for life. And like, Ollie is, me and Veronica like this, but like, I never even like Metchies and stuff. That's the double-edged sword of the cameras everywhere and social media. Like, that's what's beautiful about it, because you get to meet people all across the country and the world. I have a lot of friends. I have friends out in Argentina. I have friends out in freaking, a real good friend out in the Netherlands, just from like this. So like, that's, that aspect of it. I love Richie. Never would have met him without whatever. And Richie just put up a picture. Do I have that? I think I do. Since I played the episode, I don't, but of course I probably don't, because it's me. No, of course I don't. But there's Joe's father with Tony Bennett. That's obviously Joe Pesci as Russell Buffalino. And that scene, he's supposedly in Kingston, though. But and Kingston's a town he lived in, and Pittston is, like the family, though, that they call it. But I have, that was my interview over at Joe's house. But then I also did the other interviews that you saw. There's the man, the Irish and Italian, Joe. I know you took off. Thank you to Linda and Larry. Larry, I pray for you every day, brother. You're fucking a man's man, and I love you. You rock, Linda. It is what it is. So, with that, stay tuned for that. And for you, updates for that will be on the Buffalino family page on Instagram, and on my page as well. And on the Mind Over Madness mom page on Instagram. And if you're not on there, check that out. I think I actually have. And please hit the like button and subscribe if you don't mind. And we really appreciate that. But right there is official Mind Over Madness mom Instagram. Now these are all Instagram coming at you. This one's at the Buffalino family. Now that's, if there's any other Buffalino, that's the legit Joe Buffalino and family. Angelo Buffalino's son. You know how the movie The Irishman, all roads lead to Russ? Well, all roads lead to Joe in this story, and you'll definitely see why. Oh, I hit that. Yeah, of course. R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne. That was from before. Always had to say that. Missed the guy to death. You can email us at mindovermadnessmom@gmail.com. And the Change Catalyst podcast, that's what Keith was on. That's right. That's on YouTube. And then we got on Facebook, Madhouse and Ozzy Tribute. That's Pat's band. And with that said, that's it from everyone that's in there for the chat. Yeah, that should be it. And just remember, though, Loomis show even though it's like Eric, if you just type in Loomis show, that will be my Instagram as well. Even though that the bitch author who wrote The Quiet Dawn, it keeps trying to get me flagged, and he's a fucking punk. And I fucking told him time and time again, like meet me at a diner, not to fight, like talk like a gentleman, but he's a fucking punk. And they try to get our stuff taken down. Why? Because because they're worried. They're worried. Why else would they break up fucking interviews and all that shit? So you're a fucking punk who went to school for journalism and had the balls to tell Christina that you talked to the family when she's right in front of your fucking face. Frankie C, a man who served time, was, changed his whole life around. He had a friend who ratted on him. He wanted to rat. Changed his whole life around. Has a huge channel on Facebook. Never went to school for journalism. And he blew you the fuck out of the water in fucking research. If you're gonna do a book or research, and I don't even know how you missed everything, because you could. I know how. You gotta, that's what I love about this project, is that people write books about it, make movies about it, and the person that's doing that wants to make money on it. I want to do it just to make my father proud, and Mr. Buffalino and Donna and Christina, and just, if they're proud, if they like it and everyone else hates it, I'm good with it. And obviously, and James and Terrell, and they're a part of it, obviously, but I'm just saying that that's what it's about for me. And I believe that when you make a movie or a documentary like that, it's like the same analogy that the Italians use or whatever, like cooking with love. Like, you can't help, it's a passion, like you love it. Like, so it doesn't feel like, oh, I got to get this done. Oh, I got to get that done. It's just, there's a lot of weight on my shoulders, especially in this area. But with the team that we have, that weight on the shoulders I'm fine. So, but I really want to thank everyone though for the support. And there's also, a lot of videos and, little articles if you want to learn about the Buffalino family on Instagram on that channel. So definitely check that out. That is ran by me and the family. So everything up there is obviously legit. So you got to watch with outsiders like John Pedisi, who said that Russell got his hand fucking, he lost his fingers with a shootout from the state police. No, he did not. He lost it at Barbera's place at the Mission Beverage Company when he was working there, and he was a phenomenal mechanic. This John Pedisi, he was a button guy from the Lucchese family, and he saw a ghost, and the ghost told him no to go to the feds. The feds weren't even like, there was no pressure on him, like they weren't even like investigating or nothing. But he said a ghost saw him and told him to go cooperate. So now he has a YouTube channel where Russell was after the Irishman. Russell, he's a big name now because of a movie. So now everyone knows him. And then this fucking guy sees a ghost, cooperates, has a YouTube channel now, and just makes up bullshit. And like I said before, the internet is always undefeated. And I guess people didn't realize, I guess they just thought when Angelo passed or whatever, though, then that it's safe though to fucking boom, 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 boom. But sorry, I'm very passionate about it. With that, got it. Don't pinch Loomis. Thank you, Grace. No rush. Yeah, then that's the thing. Like I always wanted to see like we're around a fire. Like, remember the old days, like you're around a fire. I don't know if like you were in the East Coast before. We would either drive and fucking four-wheel into a fucking woods. And I told Joe a funny story about that, how the cops found me, Dan. And I don't even think I finished that, Joe. But I know he's probably he had to take off. But I got it because I always forget. But that was the story I was saying when I was at his house yesterday. But if we all could just that's why I love these. Even like with me and Gina, like when we're on the other channel, the Ozzy channel, it just feels like. And same with this, with Keith. It's just, we're all hanging out. And that's the beautiful thing about social media. It has its ups and it has its downs, you know. But and you got to be careful though from snakes out there. But I don't worry though about snakes at all, because what are they gonna do? My life's out there. Look up my record. You know what I mean? So I don't hide nothing. I am fucking. I don't pretend to be something that I'm not. I am just a guy from a small town who loves playing music, loves music to death, and also who had a YouTube channel that was doing true crime and came out doing it in true crime because I was watching all these channels from true crime and like everything that saw the not everything, but like a lot of things are like, no, that didn't happen. No, that didn't happen. And this is when I got sober. So after Johnny Depp's trial, because a friend at the time, you know, I was in there for 2 weeks to like, you know, build up some subscribers. I was like the only podcaster there. And but that got boring. You know, like I went in there, I think I went in there 3 days. And there's a picture of me, I was sleeping. But then like I gave people though my pass, because then they had people sitting in another room watching the screen and stuff, and there was thousands, and people were doing nitrous like it's a rock show outside the fucking courthouse. Fair County, I think it's Fairfax County. Yeah, it's fucking wild. Like I thought I was at an Aussie show. It's court, you know. Anyway, and I documented it too, which is cool. Which that'll come out. So I should have done it earlier, but all I want to do is the Buffalino thing. It's my hometown project, and I couldn't be more honored. And I know my pop is looking down. He actually passed while I was doing one of these on the Aussie channel, and I know he would be proud and want me to keep going like I am. And love you, pops, and I will make you proud. With that, subscribe to Mind Over Madness. Sorry for getting all serious there, but we are humans at the end of the day, and you know, I'm not afraid to fucking talk about whatever. Like I'm very transparent. I don't need to act like a tough guy, like, you know, this or that. Like I just, you take it or leave it. Oh, you didn't. My bad. I need to go to sleep. Wait, I thought I said something. I love the campfire thing, Gracie. Yeah, that's what it is, Grace. That's what I always say. I was poor as a kid, so I didn't do the campfire. Oh, I love the campfire thing, Gracie. I thought though she was like fire back at you for something that you said though. So yeah, you never did the campfire thing, but no, not even that. Even just the being in a room though, just with people. That's one analogy. You could be anywhere. Like Keith said, they used to get off duty and they called it choir practice. They would just fucking pull up fucking chairs and start drinking. And but I like the with podcasting and like, you know, shows like this, like World of Bones. And congratulations, Chris, on the new studio. I got to see it today, and he's having me on as a guest. And like after I get back from Richie, we're gonna set up that date, and I couldn't be more honored. So thank you, Chris, from World of Bones and the whole Bones crew. But let's see, this is how I always forget stuff. Yeah. So I always wanted to make it just look like we're having like even the pre-records that we can't conversate with yous on. I just always wanted to look like even like at Richie's, like when I'm there talking to him, like you guys are watching something, like you're like eavesdropping in on like, you know, our conversation, like, you know what I mean? That too, like, you know, and I'm not saying like eavesdropping to go at people's conversation, but that feeling like you're just like looking through a window and you're like, oh, who are they? And then you just listen, and if you're like, oh, I'm gonna watch, that kind of sounds stalkerish though, but I'm saying no, you know what I mean. My brain, I'm telling you, my brain is fucking kaput, but it'll come back soon. Bunch of cops in choir practice, drinking and driving. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Keith will tell you that. I thought it was on blue. Keith will, I mean, and I'm not putting them down. I got 3 DUI offenses. I had a fucking thing in the car that I had a fucking blow that I almost had to rip off on my way to Florida. They were telling me I was drunk when I wasn't. I just drank a Monster and had some Swedish fish. I guess that does it too. Maybe that's why I love them. I don't know. But I got to look into the ingredients. But yeah, it went off. But then there was a YouTube video, of course, and me and my buddy John Cole, we were able to get it off. And I knew they were after me, but I was in Florida for a month. And then I called and told them, listen, I didn't fucking drink, because it's fucking $50 every time you fail it. So, and then we were coming home from the Ozzy concert, not the Ozzy concert, the Black Sabbath concert, but I don't call it the Black Sabbath concert because Bill Ward wasn't there when they did the end. I call it Ozzy Osbourne, Geezer Butler, and Tony Iommi. I got to go see them with my guitar player AJ Bartoletti at the time, and I ate a cookie. And I would just did this cookie. We called them the Black Mass cookies because that came out in 2015, 16. I think this show was around 2017. Not going to be years, but holy fuck. Like, that edible fucking destroyed me. And then all of a sudden the curtain just blows out of here. Oh, Black Sabbath. And there's Iommi and there's Oz. And that's like, I get upset when I realize that I'm never going to be able to see him again live. But you know what's funny about me? I was always in the true crime era. Obviously, that's what I do. That's my, you know what I mean? It's like have it everywhere. And with that documentary, and people are like, dude, like, we know you play piano, but like, you know some, because like I'm not a mobster or anything. I never any of that. But they're like, you know a lot about mob. You need to get someone's mugshot, like they like John Gotti's. Well, I think that's perfect. I got Ozzy's, so that's that's how I ended up getting that, because someone's like, you got to get a mugshot of this guy or that guy or whatever. But I don't know, like I'm not a fan of that guy. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a fan of Al Capone. Like I'm not like a fan. Like I'm a fan of the history. You know what I mean? But I'm a fan of this guy. I'm a fan of Russell Buffalino, because he did it right and what he did for this community. And I have a sheet right over there that I can't show you. That it's a payroll sheet though too for a lot of ladies though for working. I can't even tell you how many jobs, and he got people, and you're gonna learn all about that as well. It's not just mafia. It's tradition, community, food, festivals, investigator. It's everything. And I really hope he's like it. I really do. And if you don't, I really hope Joe, Donna, Christina like it, and then I'm good. But look at the notch though under the belt though of getting a film done. And thank you, Frankie. I know you watch for right before this. You're incredible. You blew Burback out the fucking water. All right, folks. With that, I am going to stop because I'm just fucking rambling now. I can't believe it's already going to be 1 year since Ozzy has been gone. I miss him. I know. Because he went 6 months, like exactly with my dad. Wait, August, September, October. Oh no, my father only went 4 months after. So, and it was close because he died on the 2nd. Ozzy died it was the 4th, correct? Yeah, it was 4th. No, not the. No, what am I talking about? Ozzy died on the 24th. Hold on. I'm having a brain fart because I was thinking about my dad. Hold on. July 2nd. July 22nd. That's why I was thinking second. I was 22. So July 22nd he passed. His birthday's also in July, though. So, no, excuse me. His anniversary, 4th of July. I always remember that, though, too, and stuff. So I get confused. And he married his wife on the 4th of July, so he would never forget it. Smart move. Oz. But you're very welcome, Veronica. You're the best. You rock. Thank you for how you hold it down. And listen, if anyone doesn't mind, it helps us out. Now this channel here, eventually, we're going to get subscribers and we want to do our thing, but the Ozzy channel, that's just passionate, and whoever comes on. And we got going on close to 11,000 subscribers, and I think like over 10 million views. So that's fantastic. As long as people are watching real Ozzy and not AI Ozzy, makes me happy. And I could say, because it's not my channel, it's my channel, it's Veronica's channel, it's Gina's channel, it's all of it, Pat's. It's so I do believe that we have like the best Ozzy tribute, and it was made because, and I'm not. That's not me being egotistical at all. I'm talking about the people that were in there. They're actually real fans, not just like, oh, I watched him on TV, which is okay if you like him from just that. But I'm saying though, like, they're fucking real fans. the diehards. And that's why that channel, even though I made it, I could check the date. Believe I made that on July 20th or 21st, it'll say, because I was going to make that as a tribute for him after he retired. And then I felt like weird about making the tribute. So I was just going to do like music history. I'm like, no, because people will think I'm doing this or that. But then I'm like, well, I'm not monetizing it ever. And so fuck what people think. And people who know how I am from around here, like the day he died, they were calling me. Even Keith was like, dude, I understand if we can't do the show tonight. And we did a show on the day Ozzy died. Check that episode out. Me and Keith did a live. And Keith made a very good point too about how Ozzy went out. But that's on this. If you go to the live section, it was the day he died. Me and Keith did an episode. But I had like family texting me like, are you okay? And at the same time, like, you know what's going on with my father. So like everyone knows around here, like, you know, my love for Ozzy's as genuine as it fucking gets. So that's why I was like, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. And I'm not monetizing. And the people I met are fucking unbelievable there. Unbelievable. They're all great. They all turned into great friends who I talked to. Even though you weren't put through the test yet, because I didn't walk down the street with you. And if someone jumps us, if you run, I don't know if you're great friends yet, but I'm saying, you're nice people. The females, though, like, you know, obviously you're not going to stand there if we get jumped, so you can't get tested or whatever. But Gina's obviously a sister. Veronica, I love you to death. Christina just came on board, is so freaking cool. You know, a lot of similarities with what happened to her, and I'm so sorry, Christina. And Gracie, forget about it. Gracie, I envy Gracie's life. I want her, like, I don't even know if that's what she does. I mean, I know she holds down, she has to do whatever, but like, just like, if I ever just had like enough to like where I don't have to work or do whatever, I just want a small little place, and I just want to wear pajamas forever and walk outside, feed my deer, and then fucking not my deer, but feed the deer. And not a huge place, and then just stay in the pajamas and watch whatever, and fucking, yeah. I'm very simple, man. Very simple, man. I don't need, like, when I went to the depth trial, they had a freaking, not Four Seasons, the big one. I didn't go once. Why? I slept in my car because I knew if I went there, I would miss to get footage. So I got my body comfortable on you know, and then before I came here, after I left that house, I laid down on concrete, fucking smacking fucking boards at night just for the fire, and I was loving it, like being like, yeah, I love this, I need this. And that was out of spite. I could have, like, you know, went somewhere else, but that was out of spite. And then my pops though, like, he would always find out even before cell phones, like where I was at. But he was a friend though, like he would like come over, like he would stop by where I was at, see how I'm doing, talk to me, this and that. And then when obviously his diagnosis don't happen, I just like, well, fuck that. I'm fucking coming here, and I'm laying right next to him, right by his side until his final fucking breath. There was like I remember holding him. I'm like I did, like, take me. It's like, you know, both of us, like, you know, just like and even when they took him out of the house, I even followed Joe's basically in a way like steps of Joe's lady's son. That's who ended up taking my dad out, because they don't call the coroner on when you're on home hospice. So, and they did a hell of a job on him too, Joe. Thank you, hell of a job. It's just unbelievable how life works, and that too, the way that, like, I love you all. This is called positivity, so I'm not gonna make it a therapy fucking session any longer. So I love you all, and right back to all of yous. That says it all right there. To each and every one of yous. This has been the most fun place on YouTube. Oh, wow. Thanks, Grace. Appreciate that. Really do appreciate that coming from you. Love yous too. Yeah, like, think about though, Gracie, before Gina. Think about though before, and even Keith, if Keith's watching, like, before we got together and started like doing all this and stuff. I don't know. I think life's a little better after meeting some great people like you and this, like, the, you know, I just think that and that's, you know, me and Keith obviously are here doing what we do, and we're always here to help anyone. And we know we have our funny moments, and all of us too, on the Ozzy end of it, though, it just shows, the power of Ozzy, that he's the one that brought us all together. And that's a beautiful thing. So, the man. This is like a therapy. Like we're all hugging now. Keith's probably watching, like, oh boy. Everyone stand up and hug. No, but in all jokes aside, like Ozzy said, to say, love you all. God bless you all. Amen. Exactly. And he meant it. Yeah, this has helped a lot. We have our moments. The power of Ozzy. Let the madness begin. And also, too, how you say, I love you all. Good night. He meant it. He didn't go, I'm doing fine. I got enough for your money. No. Ozzy meant it. With that, I love you all. But, well, yeah, but Gina, that's what I mean. So that's beautiful. It's a great outlet. And there are a lot of people are isolated. The world is very small now. You don't need to be somewhere like, you know what I mean? It's just the way it is. Moving with the times, right? Except for AI. That's the other thing. You'll never see AI on me and Keith shit, and you'll never see it on the Ozzy channel, and you'll never see it on the Loomis show on the Instagram channel. You'll never see AI ever. Ever. 100% he did. Yeah, you know what? Since we're talking about Oz, Keith won't mind. Well, of course he won't mind. He loves it on. Yeah, and that is Into the Void, Ozzy Osbourne tribute on YouTube. And like I said, it'll never be monetized, and it'll never see AI, and anyone is welcome to be a guest. And even like Pat, like, he sends me stuff. I got this. He sent me this cross. Then the other day, I get an envelope from Noah. I got a bunch of the Madhouse stickers. I put one on my keyboard that I'm taking up to Richie's. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate it, man. You don't have to do that, but I mean, I appreciate it. And I always rock. This hasn't been off since I got it, my man. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Again, everyone, love yous. Veronica said it best with the huggy emojis. Love yous all. And we got a good fucking crew here. We do. And that includes Roll the Bones, all those guys. Like, we have a fucking solid fucking crew that we got each other's back always. Joey Diaz says it. You get two real solid motherfuckers, you got a fucking army. Well, I think got more than two. and I'm very grateful. So thank you all very much. With that, please subscribe to Mind Over Madness. We will be back next week, and we might even do like a little surprise little livey though over at Richie's. We never know, but after this, if you don't mind, give the video a like, and anyone out there subscribe. But there's, I don't know if it does it for lives, but there's this new thing that says hype video, and it's free. Obviously, you just hit it. I guess it hypes like the video. I think that's more for pre-records, but if you watch Richie's episodes or whatever, if you see that too, if you don't mind banging that out, appreciate that. See, on this channel, it's different than the Aussie channel, because the Aussie channel, I'm not interested. We want to build this channel though, because the more we build this channel, the more people we can reach and help. And I just believe that if people talk to us like in our circle, and I just think that they have a better chance than when they don't talk to us. All right. I'm not saying like we're whatever, but no, it's not me, it's the people around. Like I just couldn't ask for better people around me. And like, a better host. I mean, Keith is, I never thought a million years that I'd fucking be co-hosting with a fucking cop. Never, and he's not a cop. He's a human being, who does that job. And I have nothing against, my uncle is chief of fucking police here, and all that. My family, a lot of my brothers head of probation in this county. So, but my point is, I just went the other way. And, but when you're young, dumb, full of rum and cum, you just think you're a little bad, I don't know, whatever, but you get older and you realize. But I knew when I met Keith backstage, I was like, we're doing this. And then after we were doing them on the Loomis show, but I didn't feel comfortable, because I'm like, welcome to the Loomis show. And with Keith, with Shib, like, I didn't like it. Like we did it for like, I think 6 weeks on that. And then that's why I left that channel, just to start a whole new one from scratch. And that one has almost 7,000 subscribers. And I don't give a fuck. I just knew, and same thing too. Gina freaking puts up in the community on the Aussie, because she lives by Randy Rhodes's mausoleum. And he has one like fucking Santo Volpe. Santo Volpe was one of the first, not one of the first, but king of the night before Russell Buffalino was a mob boss here. And when you go in it, so she had the Randy Rhodes pictures up, and I'm like, oh, cool, someone's actually doing it. Because I started the channel telling everyone this isn't just mine. And then, we ended up talking, and then we did an episode together, and then boom, look, and then she's fucking great. So I couldn't ask for two better co-host, not even Keith's not a co-host, and neither is Gina. Like, we're all equal. I couldn't ask for better people that help the show. And Gracie, when you come on, and Pat too, thank you so fucking much. Thank you everyone though who comes on and supports Mind Over Madness. Me and Keith are going to be bringing you a lot more stuff, like how you saw with Richard, interviews from some crazy law enforcement incidents that I can't get into though, but it's pretty big name guest, and the way how we're gonna do it, it's gonna be nice. So stay tuned for that. That's why I was telling Keith though, with some guests though, can't say anything until NDAs are done and all that. But please support Mind Over Madness. It's a good mix. You got me, and then you got Keith. It's like I don't know. I know I had true crime and stuff, and then you got Keith, but he's all that. It's just, I don't know. Opposite. We're not opposite. We're like the same mentally, but I guess opposite. Well, no, he doesn't know. Keith's like the same as me. He just puts on a fucking uniform and goes, but he's a great cop. Don't get me wrong. But like, I love him to death, and I'd fucking stab anyone in the jugular for him. I really would. And that goes for Joe too. I'd walk off a cliff for you, Joe. And Gina. Gina's the fucking best. Love you too. Like, we're all having like a sob moment. Yeah. No, I'm just fucking with you. I love you all to death. So I will see you next time. I love when Ozzy's like this on that thing. And then he's just, that's like right after Mr. Crowley intro on Live and Loud. And he's just like this. And then it just goes, everyone screams. He's like, oh, that song is that version of that song. my brother used to be like, stop, because like he loves hip hop, he likes Ozzy, but I mean, all I would play was that version of that song on repeat for like fucking the first year that I just let me see a fucking cigarette lighters. It's just so good. LOL, Loomis. Y'all rock. Are you from Texas, Grace? I never asked you. I wish I could support Pat, but look, you know, can't drink it like this, Pat. You got to work on your marketing skills. I love them. If I don't break your balls, I don't love you. No, this is fun, though. This is really fun. And prayers to Keith's buddy out there in the hospital. Just keep fighting. If you're talking to Keith, I can't even find anyone else. You're talking the most solid. You got a good one behind your back. So who's watching, you're sick. So keep that up. And I'm praying for you, man. Fucking see, I bet he was just living his life normal. He's trying hard to be on the straight, do the right thing. And then boom, car wreck, broken back. There's always fucking there's stutter steps. Then there's like fucking tough fucking obstacles. That's what he's going through now. And I know that he'll get through it if he has Keith on his side. And I don't know personally, but I think that he's a strong motherfucker and he'll be able to fucking beat everything. And not like he has a terminal fucking cancer or anything, meaning beat everything, like meaning he's gonna. I know right now it's hard to believe because he's probably in agonizing pain, but you know, I look back, I remember there was a big hole in my leg. And when like I thought I was gonna have to get it amputated, there's 3 fucking I opened it and it fucking smelled like that dead body, like battery acid, like right when you looked up on your leg. And I go, I thought I was stitched up, you know? And they're like, no. And then 3 doctors, not like 3 white coats, had like these Kindle pads. And they're like, we need to do it again because it's not, you know, coming out. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then they told me my last one, we just want you to know, this is what addiction does to you. We just want you to know that when you do wake up, there's a possibility, and plus where it's at. I mean, my scar is freaking gigantic. I won't show it to you, but I mean, it's a big one. So they said to me, you might wake up without a leg, you know? And I was like, interesting, that's fun. But I was in so much agonizing pain. But all I was thinking about, though, because my fiance at the time told him not to give me anything, that I was an addict. Literally the second I woke up from the first surgery, they said her name. We'll call her Josephine or whatever. That's not her name. But the second, like, you know, you wake up from like a bunch of doctors looking down at you and stuff, you're like, what the fuck is this? This fucking nurse's face comes right in my face. I just wanted to, I don't never touch women, but I just wanted to headbutt because that's still, this fucking her like a son of a bitch. I don't know what's going on. And she was like a Karen type. Josephine told us that you're a drug addict. I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? So like they were like, and then fine, because you know me, like I could take a dog off a meat truck. Then like one guy's like, will a perk 5 help? I have a fucking softball size hole in my leg. Give me fucking 15 of them. Will a perk 5 help? But now that I look back at that, and I was in agony. I remember swiping, even watching like Michael Jordan videos. Like, Jordan will make me feel better. No, like, because I was in so much pain, I couldn't get comfortable anywhere until the final anesthesiologist. And I told them from the get, after the first one, the second one, I said, listen, you know how the dentist have a numbing agent? I never thought like this would work, but I go, you know, they have a numbing agent, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. So with the first one, I said, can't you just like, could you please do that? Because in post, it's terrible. Like it's bad. I'm punching holes through fucking headboard. It's bad. And he's like, no, because we don't want it to fuck up. Like he was scared. But for my last surgery, the guy's like, listen, could you put a numbing agent on if the leg's still there? He's like, absolutely. And I was like, all right, because you get different anesthesiologists. This guy was cool too. He's like from New York, long hair. He was like, you know, he was just cool. Like I could tell he fucking was like he's one of us. He was cool. And I said, man, please, man. Like, I mean, I'm hurt. It's been 5 days. This is my 3rd surgery in 5 days. Can you please? He's like, I'm going to put you on some Special K. He didn't say it like that, but he said ketamine. He's like, you know, and he's like he's talking to me like, you know, if you ever hear of that? And I'm like, nah, what is it? And then he starts talking about it. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm all about that. Yeah. What else? And then he did that with my leaves, and it was a 72-hour thing where my leg, I woke up and my leg was still there. I was like, I was more happier to get out of there, to go and try to score more than the fact that I still had my leg. That is what addiction does to you. You're not the person who you are at all. And that's not me saying all the, if I done bad stuff in the past, that doesn't, I'm not putting an excuse on that. But it wasn't the person though that you're looking at right now, talking to you here with an open heart and full honesty, because that you got to be honest. And when you're honest and you don't put on a fucking fake face or anything like that, some people are going to hate it. Some people are going to love it. But you know what? You're going to find your real people. Would you rather fucking put on a fucking act just to look cool and hang around? No, but then that's not the real you. Be you. Even if you're a fucking whatever, you like to fucking run around and throw your arms around, dance to the music, whatever. People say, oh, that's weird. If you like doing that, fucking do that. Don't ever let anyone else tell you what you can or fucking can't do. Like even like, or what, like, you know, so be you and don't put people on pedestals. And I'm here for all of these. So is Keith. Love you all. Thank you for watching Mind Over Madness. Please like this video if you get a chance. And just an easy hit of the button. And if you want to share, we appreciate that. Gracie, thank you so much. And the little Ozzy thing, Gracie, that whole like intro type thing. Look, and I'm asking her for everything. But the Keith though and the Richie thing though, definitely. But thank you though for putting that up though too. That looked great. Just looks different on the TV. Thank you again though to James Callahan and Terrell Bobbitt. Just unbelievable camera work. I mean, it's just, and that's unedited. Thank you guys so much. And again, thank you to, well, there's Mr. Joe Buffalino, R.I.P. Angelo and Tony Bennett. And we will see you next time on Mind Over Madness. And don't forget me and Gina, 8:05 p.m. Eastern every Thursday on Into the Void. Prayers again go out to Keith's friend. And I will see you guys when I see you.
American flag with the federal judge, and next to the American flag was the rebel flag. I mean, they hung it in the thing. So he said, my father was a lawyer, and he goes, you're in federal guidelines, they can't give you any more than 100 months. So I says to him, all right, that's fine. I go to trial, I get done, I lose, and I go like this. You got anything to say before I sentence you? I says, yeah. Fuck you. Fuck that flag, and fuck this motherfucker, pointing to the district attorney.
That probably didn't help your case out much.
No, I was over.
No,
it was done.
no.
He was going to sentence me, and he couldn't take me outside my guidelines.
But you know,
but when the marshals carried me out of to bring me back.
Keith, what were you saying though, Keith? What were you saying?
So he was about to give you your sentence?
He was going to give me my sentence.
You know, he might have been giving you 8 years, but then you told him to go fuck himself. So
he had federal guidelines. He had to stay within the guidelines.
Yeah, but he could go lower than the guidelines.
Well, I could have.
On the low end. But if you tell the judge,
my lawyer had the guidelines all calculated. We were right on.